Hey guys, so please bear with me. I don't have any slides. Um, I've honestly been really stressed, just by what I've been finding lately, and I don't want you to be worried about me. It's hard to explain, but it's like I feel amazing and astonished and just mind blown. Um, and stressful in this it's stressful in the sense that I know that God has a purpose for all this, and he's given me like a really big responsibility with everything. Like what I'm going to show is that he has I'm going to show exactly how my life was just set out by him, and I had no way to avoid any of this. I don't even know if I have free will. I don't, and I'm sorry if that triggers people. I'm not trying to be unbiblical or anything like that. I just, after all this, I don't know, and I'm okay with, I don't, if I don't, then that's fine. I don't mind, but I don't know how any of this. I don't know how I could have made any of this happen just randomly, and this is gonna have to do with Freemasonry, the anniversary of Freemasonry, the 307th anniversary, and this is going to connect to me and my dad. And if you don't know, my dad, he died of cancer when I was 7 years old. He died when he was 40, and I've been finding the craziest synchronicities with that event. And when I say that we're connected to this, I don't I'm not saying that lightly. I'm not joking. I'm going to prove it. I'm going to absolutely prove it. Like, we are connected to all this. And I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I feel like this is leading to something huge. I already had a crazy synchronicity May 1st that hopefully, like, maybe if you're new to my channel you might not know, but there was an earthquake that perfectly synced up with my live stream. It was in the middle of my live stream, and Zenith of the Alpha informed me that it happened at 1 hour 54 minutes into the stream, and the place where the earthquake happened, Corona, California, equals 154. And there's so many other things about it, but I didn't think things could get any crazier than that. I was just, I could not. And this is what I'm about to share. I think it is crazier, and let's just get into it. So I'm gonna be really dissecting this 307. And again, sorry for not having slides. Please bear with me. I'm just gonna do my best. So on the same day, June 24th, look at this 307. So first, let me show you this show, Lodge 49. Not sure if you guys have heard of it. I didn't even know about it. Casey Jones, like my mentor, he told me and Cody about this show, and when you read, we're going to read the description together, but it sounds like it's about us. I don't know how, like, it could be, but, let's just read it. So, right here. Looking for any semblance of the idyllic middle-class existence he knew before his father's death. Okay. and the family business collapsing, a charming, eternally optimistic ex-surfer named Dud stumbles into his life's new path. He finds himself on the doorstep of a rundown fraternal lodge where a luminous knight of the order, plumbing salesman Ernie, welcomes him with open arms. Lodge 49 offers Dud a world of cheap beer, easy friendship, and some strange alchemical philosophies that may help him confront his deepest fears and greatest hopes. So one thing that is really crazy about that is, I mean, yeah, we read this part. It's like that's how the show starts. Like it's like that's what his character is based on, him coping with his dad's death. It's not just like, oh, his dad dies in the show. Like that's what it starts with. And this person that he meets, so he meets a plumbing salesman named Ernie, and that's what Cody did. That was his job. And me and Cody, he's one of my closest friends in this whole thing right now. And I consider him like my partner in crime. And you've probably seen us do a bunch of lives together. We're still I'm still trying to do them with him. It was a lot of fun when we were able to do it like during the week and in the morning and stuff. But yeah, I started working, and I could really only go live with him like on the weekends. But anyways, getting off track. So Lodge 49, the guy's actual name in the show is Sean Dudley. That's his real name in the show. Well, that's his full name in the show. His middle or his nickname is Dud. And he spells it exactly like I spell my name. My name is Sean. And my last name is Desaad. So SD. Like we have the same initials. Lost his dad. And I don't live that far from here at all. I mean, I'm probably like a 30-minute drive from Long Beach. So moving on, what else do I have? Okay. So on the same day that this 307 years, this is the first episode of Lodge 49. It was 307 weeks, which means that show is completely connected to Freemasonry, like actual Freemasonry, for it to line up with this day perfectly like that. So now we've established this connection with that character, So there's this father-son thing going on. And my age on this day was 1707 weeks exactly. And this was the same age that my dad was when I was born. So this is my birth. Sorry. This is my birth. My voice cracked again. So now we're going to change this to my dad's birth. So I was the same age on that day that my dad was when I was born. And what's interesting about this 177 is father and son equals 177. I thought that was pretty interesting, but there's way crazier things to show. So what else? So yeah, thanks to Dr. Savage for pointing this out. He was, I know that he was looking at this day before it happened. So Freemasonry. Sorry, I got cut off. What is it? Freemason? Yeah, Freemason equals 307, which is huge. That makes that date even more significant. And I believe, so this is crazy too. So in Satanic, it equals 411. And that matches how old I was when my dad died. So this is my dad's death, August 22nd, 1999. I was a span of 411 weeks. Okay, so what? And I got a lot more to show, so I just gotta keep pushing. But yeah, the name of the show. I forget what cipher it is. Sorry, I'm just gonna open them all up. Don't be mad. I'm trying not to be too messy, but alright, Sumerian. So the name of the show, Lodge 49, equals 307 in Sumerian. Cody mentioned that in his video, his decode on this. And go check that out too, please, because I'm not. There's a lot in there in his decode that it connects to all this, and I can't go and recap it all. So after this, yeah, go watch his video on it. So now we're gonna look at the 307. I'm gonna open up this time. So the time of 307 or 307 minutes into the day is 307 minutes into the day is 5:07. Okay, 307 minutes into the day is 5:07. So let's keep that up. Okay, so let me show you why this is so crazy. So this 5:07. The prime factorization, we look at the prime factors of 5:07. Sorry. It's 3 times 13 times 13. So 3 times 13 times 13. That's the prime factorization. And maybe you guys recognize that. That is the date that Pope Francis became the Pope, on 3/13/13. So the prime factorization of 5:07 is 307 minutes into the day. 3 times 13 times 13, the date that Pope Francis became the Pope. But like, do you guys understand that connection? Pope Francis, Pope, it means father. You know what I mean? So that, like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. That is so crazy. It gets crazier. So we were looking at 5:07 a.m. Now we're looking at 5:07 p.m. 5:07 p.m. is 17 hours and 7 minutes into the day. 17 hours and 07 minutes. So 17 hours and 07 minutes into the day. 5:07 p.m. Just like how on this same day I was 1707 weeks. That's freaking crazy to me. And like I said, that is the same amount. That was the same age that my dad was when I was born. This is, I don't even know what to say at this point. And let's just keep going. So I mentioned the significance with the 507, right? And Pope Francis. Well, guess what? Pope Francis equals 507. Pope Francis equals 507, and the prime factorization of 507 is 3 times 13 times 13, and he became the Pope on 3/13/13. And this is all about my dad, father, and Pope means father. Like, oh, like, oh my God, dude. And 5:07 is 17 hours and 7 minutes into the day. Let's just keep going. You gotta keep going, cause. So look at this number, 1707, and we're gonna turn that into the date 2007, and to the day that Pope Francis became the Pope, 2013. Gotta move. What is it? Okay, 66 days. So Pope Francis, you're telling me that Pope Francis became the Pope 6 years and 66 days after 1707, and this day I was 1707 weeks. My dad was 1707 weeks when I was born. What? Now we're gonna move on to the Venus stuff, because I've been talking about Venus with Rose, and I talked about Rose Byrne and Jennifer Lawrence, and then Don't Look Up and Knowing. So the 49 Lodge 49, that 49 for sure stands for Venus. There's no way, because where am I at? Magic Square Venus is it's a 7 by 7 grid, so 7 and it's all the numbers between 1 and 49 consecutively. So 49 is the highest number. 49 is the highest number. All the numbers between 1 and 49. So that's Magic Square Venus. I'm a Libra, and Venus rules Libra for one. But we're gonna look at my dad's name. Let me see Latin reduction. My dad's name is Ricardo. Latin reverse. Well, let's look at the Latin first. So his name equals 227 in Latin. That is the 49th prime number for one. And his name also equals 49. So that's my middle name too. My middle name is Ricardo. So That's that. So keep in mind this 7 by 7, all the numbers between 1 and 49 consecutively. So I used that and made a date, which is this date. 7/7/49. Where'd I go? So 7/7/49 to my birth is exactly 507 months. Are you guys seeing that? Are you guys seeing this? From 7/7/49, because the magic square of Venus is a 7 by 7 grid, all the numbers between 1 and 49, lodge 49, clearly about me, to my birth is 507 months exactly. And I just showed all that stuff with Pope Francis and 1707 and on 6/24. So like I don't want to keep repeating it, but I don't think I'm gonna try to stop repeating myself so much, because it's just slowing down, and then you guys are probably getting sick of it. So let's just move on. So another thing that you might have seen Dr. Savage mention was that same day was going back to 6/24, and when you go from 9/11, it was a span exactly of 1189 weeks, and that represents the total amount of chapters in the Bible. So we can look that up real quick. How many chapters in See, the Bible has 1,189 chapters. So this day was 1,189 weeks from 9/11, and I'm gonna tie this in to my dad with 9/11, and it makes so much sense. But when you look at somebody smoking, like, I don't know if anyone's ever thought about this, but look at it. These are the two towers and smoke. So this is clearly this. It, like, there's no denying it. Look at this. And this is how I don't know if I mentioned it. So yeah, my dad, he was a smoker. That's how he got lung cancer. So look at this and look at this. All right, so it's very interesting that on that day it was 1189 weeks after this event happened. And what makes that even crazier is that when you go from 1707 to this day, this super synced up day, 911 weeks and 1 day. That's the date of the attack. That's the date. 9/11/01. It's perfect. It's perfect. You know what I mean? So again, what is going on? That's the 1707. Okay, don't forget that's 1707. Like, I hope you guys are with me, because what the heck? And this is the climax. Like, that stuff wasn't crazy enough. So now I'm going to go from 1907. So it's still the same. It's still it's still 1707, but just of this year to my birth. So it was a span of 30,955 days. I thought about the Bible right away because I was like, okay, what's the 30,955th verse of the Bible? Are you guys ready to see it? Are you guys ready to see the 30,955th verse of the Bible? I do. And the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God and from his power, and no man was able to enter his temple till the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled. What the heck? What the heck? Are you guys seeing this? How is that happening? Why couldn't it have just been that show? Why couldn't it have just been that show? Why did all this stuff have to connect to it? You know? Like, let me show you guys that again. I'm getting emotional. Again, this connection that I made with my dad. He was a smoker. Look at this is the Twin Towers with smoke, and from that day to, what was it? Oh yeah, the 911 weeks in one day, which totally matches the date of of this. And so then from that day to my birth, span of 90,955 days, and the 90,955th verse of the whole Bible, and the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God and his power. No man was able to enter into the temple till the 7 plagues and 7 angels. And what does the Bible say? Your body is a temple. Like, okay, now watch this. So, looking at the value of this verse, okay, so we're just going to look at the reduction. Okay, so it's 676. See it here. That's the whole verse that I just showed you. 676. Now, we're going to go from when the towers opened. Yeah, that's something else I'll show. So the towers opened on April 4th, 1973. To my birth, 6,760 days. and I just showed that this verse is 676. From the opening of the towers to my birth, 6,760 days. And now from, you guys might have seen it, but Revelation 9:11. We're talking about 9:11. Now we're at Revelation 9:11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. Well, Abaddon and Apollyon, I think it's ordinal. I had to copy paste it. Abaddon. When you put both the names together, you're gonna get what cipher is it? Oh, it's satanic. Yeah, so Abaddon and Apollyon equal 676 in satanic. That's super interesting. And now, when you take the whole verse and we're just going to look at the Latin cipher. All right, you get 8,512. So I'm going to turn that into a date. Again, that's Revelation 9:11. Okay, Revelation 9:11 equals 8,512. So when you go from when my dad died of cancer to 8,512 is 676 weeks. Exactly. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. Like this isn't a cute little thing. This is crazy. This is I think this is like a groundbreaking discovery. I feel like this is like, I'm not trying to, it has nothing to do with me. I'm not saying like I'm an amazing decoder. There's so many, everyone out there's better than me. Like everyone's better decoder than me. I don't even know why I'm finding, like I just happen to be finding all these crazy things. And there's no denying it. But I'm not saying it's because I'm a great decoder. I'm just saying that I'm connecting all these crazy ways and I don't know why. I don't know what to do about it. With my dad, like I'm sorry I'm just letting it all out, but I just don't know what else to do. What else can I show? Okay, this is really awesome. So I guess it's gonna this will make things a little bit more light. I feel like this is more on the positive side, so remember how the magic square Venus 7x7 grid, all the numbers between 1 and 49. So now I'm going to use this date, 4/9/1977, to the day that the anniversary of Freemasonry, all that. So it's 17,243 days, And thanks to Casey for finding this for me. So 172, I believe we're gonna find the Mercury years. So you're gonna divide it by 87.969. I guess was that the exact day? Let's try the day before. Yeah, because I'm newer to these planetary counts, and I kind of messed up on 2 videos back, so I'm trying to be more accurate. I guess it was this day that it turned 196. This is Mercury years. Okay, so Mercury years 196. Which technically, still was a span of, that was a span of 1707 weeks. But what makes that 196 really, really cool is that's the that's the 14th square. So 14 times 14. Okay, so 14 times 14. And now we're gonna look at this verse. John 10:30. I and my Father are one. Okay, so just like how I feel like me and my dad are just so connected right now. And the value of that verse in Sumerian is, maybe that's not it. Oh wait, you have to put John 10:30. Yeah. So John 10:30, I and my Father are one. 14:14. So yeah, on this day, it was from 4977, like the magic square of Venus. It was 196 Mercury years, and I think that's really cool. And now I'm just gonna move on, but this is really important. I need to show. I think I'm gonna end the video soon, but this is extremely important. So 15:8. First of all, we're talking about. Sorry, my hair is so messy too, but I don't know what it is, but Freemasonry 158. Just like this crazy connection with Revelation 15:8. So another thing that's really interesting is going from Wyatt. This is Wyatt Russell, from his birth to, and he's 37 right now, which is interesting. So from his birth to my dad's birth, from my dad's birth to his birth is a span of 10,035 days, 135, and Lodge 49 equals 135 in Latin. So just take a look again at just June 24th, the day itself. We're gonna look at, because on the leap year it's 176, and normally it's the 175th day of the year. So the 176 is interesting because, you know, we've been talking about Venus and Venus, rose, pentagram. So the Venus transits, they make this in the sky with the 13 to 8 ratio, Earth to Venus to Earth ratio. And so it's a rose and a pentagram. And Venus pentagram. Yeah, Venus pentagram is 176. Just like June 24th was the 176th day of the year. And the 175 is interesting because of Revelation 17:5, which this is talking about the same woman of the apocalypse. It's the same woman from Revelation 12:1, which was, you know, the Revelation 12 sign. But upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. I have a lot more to say about this and Mystery Babylon, so I'm probably gonna make another decode on that. But it's interesting, the 17:5, because that connects to the magic square of Venus again, because did I pass it? Yeah, so it's, like I said, it's a 7x7 grid, and it's the numbers between 1 and 49 consecutively. 49 is the highest, but all the numbers, when you every column and every row sums to 175. So 4 plus 29 plus 12, 37, 20, 45, 28 equals 175, and so on, and then so on. When you do the rows, every single one is 175. So 175 is huge, and I think that like this is definitely the same woman as Revelation 12:1, the one that says, there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet. And it's because it says a few verses after that, there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great dragon, 7 heads and 10 horns. And that's the same beast as from Revelation 13. So it's talking about the beast. And then in 17:5, well, I think that, where's the verse where she's like, right. So so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemies, and 7 heads and 10 horns. So it's the same woman. And yeah, so this verse is really interesting. This is when it talks about Mystery Babylon, and yeah, again, this is the magic square of Venus. So looking at the time of 17, or oh no, okay, so let me go to my YouTube community real quick. So I made this after we streamed with 7-1, because I believe 7-1 is the godfather of this. He's the one who really discovered this Revelation 12 sign. And then I pointed out that rose equals 255. Oh, and I forgot to mention. So on June 3rd, 2024, it was the 255th anniversary of the Revelation 12 sign. That's why it's so important. And rose, Venus rose, like rose equals 255. and you look at the time of 2:55, it's the 175th minute of the day. So how cool is that? We've been talking a lot about Jennifer Lawrence and her representing the rose, Venus. She turned 418 lunar months on the day of the Revelation 12 sign, the 255th anniversary of it. And keep in mind, I mentioned that the day of the anniversary of the eclipse that happened after the Venus transit, 6/4. That was 404 lunar months after my mom went to give birth to me. 404 lunar months. So I'm in the 404 lunar month right now with all this crazy stuff going on. And so Jennifer Lawrence, she turned 418 lunar months at the same time. So from Hunger Games to these are two really important movies. You know, the death of Donald Sutherland, he was in Hunger Games. So from Hunger Games, and then I've talked a lot about Don't Look Up recently, and she's in Don't Look Up as well. And there's a huge synchronicity with that and myself too, but we just can't waste too much time on that. Just please go watch that video if you haven't. Those movies are 507 weeks apart as well. So this is just crazy, just absolutely insane how all this is just lining up. And I'm gonna figure out why. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find out why this is all happening. I have to get to the bottom of it. I have to. And just to finish off real quick. So with the 307 and all that. So we're gonna look at this 6/17 day. This was really big. Cody did a really big thing on this shows or this day's connection to Corpus Christi and the Feast of Corpus Christi, you know, Body of Christ, all that. Hopefully you've seen it. But again, this whole thing with the Father, Son, like Jesus, and you know, all that. So it was 6/17, and that could be written 17/6 as well. So on that day, that's when my dad turned 307 lunar months. So I'll show you that. Oh wait, no, I'll show you this first. So no, he turned. It was. Okay, I'll show you the 307. So it's 307 lunar months after he died. Sorry. So you're gonna go 9066. 9066 divided by 29.53. Yeah, so he turned 307 lunar months, or he died 307 lunar months before this day that was super connected to Corpus Christi. There's a WWE event in Corpus Christi. It was 248 days after the eclipse that exited out of Corpus Christi. And just watch Cody's video. Yeah, so it's interesting that, you know, there's this connection with my dad's death, and then in that day, and so my dad, he would have been 3,413 weeks old exactly, and that is the 480th prime. And that's interesting because so father son equals 480 in Fibonacci. So he happened to be 3,000. He would have been 3,413 weeks old on this day that was super connected to Corpus Christi. And yeah, again, like I said, go watch Cody's video. Is pretty spot on. But that's just crazy that there would be this father-son connection again. And I'm filming this on June 28th. So I found all this father-son stuff, and I'm gonna have, there's a code like one of Derek's decodes, which like has so much to do with father-son symbolism too, and has not, like, as I was reading it, I was like, what in the world? Like, how is all this father stuff happening at the same time that I'm finding all these connections? And then today, LeBron James's son gets drafted to the Lakers with his dad. It's like, it's so insane. All this stuff, dude. It's ridiculous. And just going off of this, I already showed this in a few videos back, but it's interesting because right now we're in lunation 1255. We're in lunation 1255, and lunation 1255 started. So I showed you that 6-4. I'll show you the math. So on 6-4, that was a span of 404 lunar months after my mom went to give birth to me. So my mom's birth. Wait, no. My birth. So my mom went to give birth to me the night before, so October 6th. She did, like that. That's the truth. She went to give birth to me on that day, and then she had me the next day. But when you go from to 6-4, that's the anniversary of the eclipse that happened after the Venus transit, and with the span, so 11931 divided by 29.53, 404 lunar months. But so I was born on the 7th, and then the 6th. So the 6th is when I was technically 404 lunar months. See, same math. And that was the start of lunation 1255, and that was the day that the first game of the NBA conference finals. But I pointed out this verse. Where is it? So Acts 2:31. He, seeing this before, spake of the resurrection of Christ, that his soul was not left in hell, neither his flesh did see corruption. And this verse equals, and sorry I'm such a mess tonight, but and that verse equals 1255. So it was just everything just lining up so perfectly, you know what I mean? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know I was a mess, but I do feel a little bit better that I was able to just I don't know, not hold anything back and just express how crazy this all is. And I really don't think it's just crazy subjectively. I think it's objectively insane. And I just hope that this has an impact. Because yeah, I mean, just from what I hear from other people's synchronicities, it's like, um, I'm sure this stuff is happening all around us, but like, but how is it happening? You know, and it's, I know it's not just me. I know it's not, but how, like, what's going on? I want to know. I want to know so bad, but I am enjoying the process. Like, I don't want you to be worried about me, and it's just like, it's like a beautiful journey with a lot. It's just like, of course, it's challenging, but anyways, thanks for watching me rant and share. Um, hopefully you got something out of this, and I hope you um. That's it. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.